Hello, my name is Kshitij Shrivastava and this is my video blog. Today I want to talk about one of the most important thing that has bothered me for a very long time, and that is why do few people succeed in life while others do not. There are 8 points that I'm going to discuss today, and first of them is the persistence. The relentless persistence of the goal that we have chosen for ourselves is the most important thing that we can think of. When a person is persistently chasing his goal, he does not care whether there are obstacles, he does not care whether there are problems, he does not care whether there are no's in the way of his goal. He just keeps doing that till he achieves that. Now, the biggest problem with most of the people is that they quit very easily. They go out, they try to do what they want to do, and at the sign of first trouble, they just leave and then they don't go back. That's the problem. You have to persistently chase your goal, and one of the basic reasons why we don't persist to our goals is because sometimes we have too many goals, which is something which I'm going to discuss later. But one of the most important thing is that people do not persist, and it is one characteristic of human beings which is more important than hard work and talent. Talent does not count, luck does not count, and even if you are talented or you are not talented, even if you are lucky or if you are not lucky, it does not matter in front of persistence, because that is something which stands above than every other quality that you need to become successful. Second is hard work. Hard work is something that you must do to get ahead in life. You may have heard a lot of stories of people in which they got lucky and they got breaks, and it was an overnight success. You may have read myriads of books, you have seen documentaries, you have heard stories about those people. Trust me, all those stories are false. None of them is true, because biographies, stories and documentaries are made to look like a dramatic story, but a person is working hard for a longer amount of time, and one day he gets successful. He does not want to sound like a hardworking guy because he wants to sound enigmatic in front of person. This is true. Amitabh Bachchan does a lot of hard work. Steve Jobs used to do a lot of hard work before giving his presentations, but he would never tell that in public. He would say that it just comes naturally to him because it makes them look enigmatic. They want to look like more talented than they are, and talent is just like that. Talent is just like magic. You remove the process of hard work from between and it appears like talent, and then people say we cannot do this because this guy is born talented, but he's not. He's hardworking, but he's just not showing you the hard work. It's just like magic. If you remove the middle process of anything from if you're trying to put one object from here to another, and you just remove the process from in between, that becomes magic. Similarly goes with success. You do the hard work and you remove the hard work from between, it appears that you have the talent and you have reached that without doing any hard work. So basically, when we say talent, it means that the person does not have to do any hard work, he just achieves it on his own, which is not true. Everyone does the hard work. Everyone successful does the hard work. If you think someone is successful and he's not doing the hard work, probably you do not see what kind of hard work he's doing. He may be doing it subconsciously, he's maybe doing unconsciously, but he's doing the hard work. If someone loves his job too much, he's doing the hard work that he does not know about. If you are conscious of the hard work that you are doing, probably you do not love the thing that you are doing. Nikola Tesla used to sleep for 2 hours. Most of the big celebrities, most of the big successful leaders do not sleep for much amount of time because they love what they do. And for them, that amount of work does not seem like hard work because they just like to go and do what they want to do. I would suggest that you do not run away from hard work. You just get on with it and just work as much as you can, because it's going to be successful, and you just concentrate on one thing as much in focus as you can. Third thing which I found lacking in most of the people is the book reading. Book reading is one of the most important characteristics that you can adapt if you want to become successful. See, a lot of people have done mistakes before you and they have written down in documents, and if you read them, you will realize that what you are doing wrong. You cannot learn everything on your own, because if you do that, you will be at the starting of the human civilization where everyone has done the mistakes and learn from them. There are people who has done the mistakes that you are doing right now. Learn from them, try to make new mistakes. That is the most important fund of book reading. One of the most important thing about book reading is also that if you read fiction novels, you get this power of visualization, because when you're reading a book instead of watching a movie, when you're watching a movie, you're actually using your senses. You're using your eyes, you're using your ears, you're using all your senses. So basically you're doing nothing. But when you're reading a book, basically you are just reading them and you are creating images of the things that you're reading in the book, and that is something that in which mind works. So book reading is a mental exercise as well, in which you start imagining things, and that's how your mind as well starts to grow. And you also learn a lot of things which normal people don't know about. And why book is very important is because when you go out and meet people and you have read a lot of books, there's so many conversations that you can do with them, which is the most important thing. That's how people get interested in you, because they think that you have so much knowledge about the things. Fourth point is lack of motivation. Now, I have suffered from lack of motivation, and every third day I suffer from the lack of motivation. For that, I usually watch seminars, I usually watch YouTube videos, I read books, I do all these kind of things. But you cannot keep yourself constantly motivated. There will be days when you will feel demotivated. There will be days when you will feel depressed, and you will feel low. You won't feel like going out and meeting anyone. That's okay, that's fine, but you have to get up and start motivating yourself. That is the biggest problem with the youth today. They cannot just motivate themselves. One of the important ways in which I motivate myself is through the use of autosuggestion. Autosuggestion was a thing that I read in my favorite book called Think and Grow Rich, which was initially a concept that was given by a French psychologist called Émile Durkheim. And in autosuggestion, what happens is that if you are going into the negative direction of your mind itself suggests that you are thinking wrong, and you have to think of something else. You have to think something positive. You have to think in terms of what you want to achieve. So it takes time to develop autosuggestion, but if you keep following the rules that are mentioned in the 8th chapter of Think and Grow Rich, and if you start reading that book by Émile Durkheim called Power of Autosuggestion, it's a very thin book. If you buy it on Amazon, you will find out that it's very easy to do, and within a month you will find that your own mind is suggesting you the things which will motivate yourself. You won't need external factors like lectures, seminars and books to motivate you. So every day whenever you get up, you use this power called autosuggestion. You just meditate for 10 minutes and then you are good to go. Fifth thing is attention to details. Now this is very personal to me, because I never give too much attention to details. Sometimes I give too much attention to details, sometimes I don't, but I try to give attention to details. Now what is meant by giving attention to details? It is not doing anything superficially with half mind. If you are given a task that you want to do it with full might of yours. Do it with full power of yours. Do not waste time in feigning that you are doing work and getting that feeling that you are doing hard work, but you're actually not. So if you have something in your hand, try to do it with the maximum attention to details. Like I'm a script writer as well, and I write book as well. So when I'm writing a book, if I write a superficial things about the characters, if I write the superficial things about the circumstances, people might not get very much interested into that. That's why Dan Brown's book and Dale Carnegie's book are very nice, because they are very attentive to details. They give a lot of details. They give a lot of biographies. They give a lot of things that correspond to whatever theory they are teaching. So whatever you do, whether it's coding, whether it's acting, whether it's direction, whether it's screenwriting, whether it's any part of job that you are in, you have to be best at it. You have to give your 100% to it, and you have to take care of attention of details, because those are the places where maximum errors occur, and those are the things that are difficult to watch. So always give attention to details. Now, sixth point is lack of direction, which directly corresponds to lacking of focus. Basically, what is the problem with most of the people is they have too many goals set for them, and those goals actually crisscross each other. So at the same time, you're trying to do too many things, due to which you end up doing nothing. And most of the people get frustrated because they are moving in so many directions at the same time, and then they start quitting every one of those one by one, and they have reached to 50-60% of all those goals. If they have just continued in one direction, they would have achieved it. I was reading this biography of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he said by the time he turned 40, he wasn't thinking about becoming an actor. He just concentrated on becoming Mr. Universe. He was just concentrating on getting his body built. But when he decided to retire from bodybuilding, he decided that he's going in full time into acting, and he won't think of anything else other than acting. So he just focused on one goal at one time, and then when he achieved that, he moved on to another goal, which is the most important thing. So lack of direction is basically you have to focus in one direction and not too many directions, and then focus all your energy into that direction, and that is something that is going to make you successful. Seventh point, which is something which I personally have been suffering from a long time, and that is lack of action. And why I'm suffering from lack of action is that because I have been living alone for nearly 15 years, and I don't like to meet people. I don't like to go out and talk to people. I don't like my mobile phone. I don't like social networking. So I don't meet people, and I don't like to do a lot of things outside my comfort zone, and that is the problem with me, because I know a lot of things. I have done a lot of things. I have read a lot of books. I have seen a lot of movies. There are so many things that I want to do, but the problem with me is that I lack the focus to go ahead and do something. No matter how much you read, no matter how much knowledge you have, it won't be of any use if you do not present it to the world in the form of action. There are two words which actually you must have heard about. It's called knowledge and wisdom. So knowledge is good. You have to gain a lot of knowledge to actually which would lead to action, but wisdom is actually how to apply that knowledge. So you need to have the basic proportion of both these things. If you have just the knowledge, it won't be of any use, but if you just have the wisdom to use that knowledge and apply it and take it into action, you will become much more successful. Thank you for watching my video blog. Please subscribe to my channel. Soon I will be back with another video blog of mine. I hope you like this. If you have any points that you want to ask me, if you have anything that you want to correct me in those videos, please mention them in the comment section. Thank you.